Doc, I know you told us a lot that you don't really care where the points come from as far as threes, twos, whatever, but
Yeah.
you've had Joel talk to us a lot about how important he thinks that is, and also Tobias talked about working on the pull-up three and then the contested three. When that, when like the true go-to guys kind of have that, does that resonate with you? Of maybe putting an emphasis on that?
You think that probably came from me, or do you think that came from them? Just, but we emphasized it last year too, guys. But I think you're missing the message. Last year we wanted as many threes as we can get. You guys wanted Ben to shoot threes. We wanted Ben to drive and create threes. Completely different thing. So, but we want layups too. I always go back to Golden State, and I use that as an example. Golden State led the league in layups too, in drives, and taking the ball to the basket. You need both. If you only shoot threes, you're not going to win. That's been proven. If you only shoot layups, you're not going to win. So you got to have both, but you got to get it organically in the right way. Tobias shot a ton of pull-ups last year, and we liked that. I thought in the first half of the season. That's part of the error we talked about in the second half. He didn't get as many, where he was pushing, running the ball up, someone throws it, he makes it. He didn't take as many in the second half. I don't know if that was health. I don't know why that happened, but that shouldn't have happened.
In fact, that sounds like a little pass run in football. So percentage-wise, does that change day to day?
No, it just depends on the team you're playing and what you're getting, and that's the point. Like if we score 130 by taking more threes in the game, I'm fine. If we score 130 by driving and getting layups, I'm fine. But we got to score. What we can't have is empty possessions. And I just thought we had too many empty possessions last year.
Between now and Monday, the first preseason game, just kind of what are your major checkpoints or priorities?
That's a good question. Defensively, obviously, just getting the terminology down, kind of understanding. It's easier for the most part because we're just picking up where we left off last year. Offensively, our spacing, getting into the paint. Blue was happy today because they finally won a game, or White was happy, the starters, which I think was hilarious that the starters are happy that they finally won a game. Just the thought of that is interesting to me. And they intimidated the refs, so they got everything today. But the ball movement was phenomenal. We showed a film today of the first 3 days of practice, and it was clear what one team was doing. They lived in the paint. Every time they drove the paint, the ball kept going out for threes. The guys who were playing the first five right now got to the paint and shot over contested big arms. And today they pledged they would play right, and they did. They won every game. So it was a good lesson for them.
So how do you feel, Doc? You mentioned the starters. I guess how do you feel about that group right now?
Yeah, I don't know who our starters are, but right now I'm calling them the starters because that's the five guys that have been playing together. You'll see at least 4 different lineups before training camp. So
how do the other 4 guys obviously played a ton
Yeah.
together last year. So I guess how has Tyrese progressed throughout the week?
yeah, this is his best day. I don't think he's had necessarily a great camp thus far, but he hadn't had a bad one either. He was just trying to find his way, trying to find where to be aggressive. I want him to continue to be aggressive and score, but now he has to run the team too. Every shot he takes is what we used to tell Rondo and other point guards. That's a shot Paul didn't take, Ray didn't take, and Kevin didn't take. So when you do take it, it better be a good one. And so you have to kind of learn the feel of that. That's a tough spot, because you got to stay aggressive, but you also got to get everybody else involved. I mean, that's why it's a hard position.
So 2 more guys.
Because of the importance of the position from guard, preseason games, you only have a couple.
Yeah.
You might rest people normally because
Yeah.
you know who they are, but he needs to know who he's playing with and what.
Yeah, but I'll still rest guys. He'll play, but Joel won't play in every preseason game. Tobias will not play in every preseason game. Probably Seth will not play in every preseason game. And then Danny absolutely won't play in every preseason game. Maybe none. But they'll play enough, And if I feel like after 2 games they haven't played enough, then we may change things.
But it's more about maybe trying to help the other guy.
Yeah. And just teaching them how to be aggressive with better players. You know, it's hard, but that's what he has to learn.
One more, guys.
Defensively, just what you mentioned that's been ahead of the offense, and that's pretty typical of a training camp.
Yeah.
Overall, maybe what is different now just without having a versatile guy like Ben on the floor?
Well, obviously, you know, you don't have a guy that gets the ball up the floor with pace and can see the floor with size. You know, that's what Ben did. Tyrese today got into the paint more. You know, first 3 days he literally didn't touch the blue. Now the defense was good, but he has to live in that paint. Very few people can stay in front of him. So he did that better. So that was good. I thought today was the first day that both teams, you saw the offense. They scored through the offense today instead of individually holding the ball and scoring. Today was a good day in that way. Maybe the day off was good. Yeah.
How about defensively? Like, just how are things different?
Well, yeah, I mean, just not as versatile, obviously. We have to do more stuff. We're working on more situational things defensively, but we'll be ready for it.
Doc, we're going to hear from Kobe Carl, I believe, today.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your impressions of him and then why that G League connection is important to you?
Well, I've known George for a long time. Really never liked George a lot, you know. That's not true. These days, I got to make sure you guys understand exactly what I'm saying. That was a joke. But I do like the lineage. Like, I've known Kobe a long time. I've always thought he was a very high IQ player. You kind of, there's certain guys you know that is going to be a coach. You knew where he was going with it. I like some of the stuff he ran in LA with the G League team, and once the job became available and Prosper and Darryl and them had a list of guys, I thought he was the right choice for us. So we'll see. Thanks, guys.